what happens when the world just doesn't need you to work anymore? It's a question that honestly challenges everything we think we know about our society. So, let's get right into it.
I know, it sounds like something straight out of a science fiction movie, but this question is getting more and more real every single day. So, what's really going on here?
You know, every single time you click, every search you make, every song you skip, that's all data. And right now there's a new kind of intelligence being built, a non-human one, that's learning from all of it. It doesn't have a body, it's not conscious, but man is it getting smarter at a truly incredible rate.
Okay, to really get why this time feels so different, we have to look back at this kind of unwritten contract that's been running human society for thousands of years. And it's all based on one really simple idea. Society has always needed us.
Just think about the huge shifts in history, right? The agricultural revolution, it needed our bodies to work the farms. Then the Industrial Revolution came along and needed our hands for the factories. And more recently, the Information Revolution needed our minds to work in offices. Yeah, each one caused massive disruption, but they always created a new place for people.
So here's the absolute key takeaway from all of that. We've always just assumed that even if one job went away, another one would pop up that a human could do. A farmer could become a factory worker. A factory worker could learn to use a computer. There was always a next step on the ladder.
And that, right there, brings us to the terrifying question. What happens when the thing being replaced isn't just our muscle, but our brain? What if there is no next step?
We are right now in the very early stages of what you could call an economic earthquake. It's a huge transformation, all driven by AI, and honestly, we've never seen anything like it before.
Now, at first glance, the numbers actually look pretty good. The World Economic Forum thinks that about 170 million new jobs could be created by 2030. That sounds great, right? It's way more than the jobs that will be lost. But the real story is buried in the details.
And here is the massive catch. We're not just swapping like for like. The jobs that are disappearing are the routine, administrative, process-driven ones. The brand new jobs being created, they're super technical, requiring serious skills in AI, machine learning, and big data analytics.
And this leaves us to this kind of terrifying new idea called mass unemployability. See, the problem isn't that there's a lack of jobs. It's about a massive mismatch between the skills people actually have and the skills this new economy is demanding.
And look, this isn't some far-off future prediction. The first tremor is already happening. The fintech company Klarna has an AI assistant doing the work of 700 human agents. Duolingo replaced a whole chunk of its contractors with AI. This is happening right now to white-collar, thinking jobs.
For years, we kind of told ourselves that some jobs were safe, you know? They were protected by these uniquely human skills like intuition and creativity. Well, AI is coming for those too.
I mean, take a highly trained radiologist. That job takes a decade of intense study, immense expertise. And yet, an AI is now proving to be, well, better at it.
Get this. In big trials, AI-assisted screening jacked up cancer detection rates by a staggering 29%. A machine can literally see things that a trained human eye might miss.
Okay, fine, analytical jobs. But what about creativity? That spark of human genius. Surely that's safe. Well, AI-generated art is winning competitions. And models like GPT-4 are actually outperforming humans in tests for divergent thinking. You know, the ability to come up with new, original ideas.
Look, the AI doesn't feel the art it's making. It doesn't understand the diseases it's diagnosing. But here's the really uncomfortable truth. For the job market, that doesn't matter one bit. It just has to be better, faster, and cheaper. That's it.
This all leads us to what is maybe the most unsettling idea of our time, a concept that the historian Yuval Noah Harari has really brought to the forefront.
Now that term sounds harsh, I know. It's not an insult. It's an economic prediction. It's meant to describe people who aren't just unemployed, but who are unemployable because their skills are completely obsolete and the pace of change is just too fast for them to ever catch up.
As Harari puts it, just like the Industrial Revolution created this huge new working class, the AI revolution is going to create a new unworking class, a group of people whose economic value is effectively zero. And this isn't just about money, it's a deep psychological crisis. I mean, think about it. What's the first question you usually ask someone you meet? So, what do you do? Our work gives us purpose, a community, a big part of our identity. What happens when that just vanishes for millions and millions of people?
So is the future just going to be this bleak dystopia? Well, not necessarily. But getting through this is going to require a radical, fundamental shift in how we think about what a human being is even worth.
The real challenge here isn't to stop technology, it's to adapt our entire society to it. And yeah, that's going to mean a massive investment in learning new skills. But more importantly, it means we have to start separating a person's worth from their economic productivity. We're going to have to find meaning in the things you can't put on a spreadsheet, in community, compassion, and real human connection.
This whole revolution is forcing us to ask the deepest questions imaginable. If our value isn't tied to what we can produce, then what is it?
This isn't some problem for our grandkids to figure out. The disruption has already started. So the ultimate question is staring us right in the face. Once all the work is gone, what on earth will be left for us to do? What's going to give our lives meaning? That's the question we all need to start answering right now.